Now, 1 in every 100 school children have Tourette's syndrome, for which there's currently no cure and limited support services across the UK.
Yeah, people with Tourette's and their families say there needs to be more help. Leanne Brown has been to meet one young boy who's found a rather unique way of managing his condition.
Now, stay with us. We'll be back very shortly. Hello, this is Breakfast with Ben Thompson and Sima Kotecha.
Good morning to you. It's just after 7:30 and Chetan has a look at all. Nice to see you. Now it's 7:42. Good morning. A new study that is hoping to gather important data about antibodies in people who've had coronavirus will begin this week.
Now, from Tuesday, adults in the UK who back a PCR test will have free access to an antibody testing scheme. To find out what that means, we're joined by GP.
Now, if you look out the window this morning, things potentially are looking a little less grey, a little less damp, isn't that right? We'll be back at the top of the hour with all the latest headlines, including the latest from Afghanistan. But time now on Breakfast for this week's edition of Click with Spencer Kelly.
Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Ben Thompson and Sima Kotecha.
Good morning. It's 8 o'clock. These are the headlines. Good morning to you. It is just after 8 o'clock. It's Sunday, the 22nd of August. Now, our top story today, chaos continues at Kabul airport as thousands gather, anxious to board flights out of the country.
Now, Americans hoping to leave Afghanistan have been told not to travel to the airport amid concerns about the potential for attacks by Islamic State militants.
Meanwhile, efforts to evacuate British citizens and Afghans who supported the UK continue. Nearly 4,000 people have now been flown out of Afghanistan since last Sunday, as Simon Jones reports.
The former Prime Minister Tony Blair has called President Biden's decision to withdraw troops from Afghanistan imbecilic. He says it represents a tragic, dangerous and unnecessary abandonment of the country.
Well, Mr Blair, who sent British troops into Afghanistan 2 decades ago, has urged the government to help all Afghans who supported the UK, calling it a moral obligation, as our political correspondent Chris Mason reports.
Now, adults in the UK who test positive for COVID-19 will be invited to take part in a new programme that aims to find out more about the effectiveness of vaccinations.
Yes, from Tuesday, up to 8,000 volunteers a day will be sent to antibody tests to do at home. Our reporter Chichi Azundu has more. Elsewhere, at least 8 people have died in the state of Veracruz as Hurricane Grace tore through eastern Mexico, causing widespread disruption.
Meanwhile, in the US, state of emergency has been declared in parts of New York State as Hurricane Henry is expected to make landfall later today. Our reporter Tanya Dendeprinos has more. Well, it's 13 minutes past 8. Thank you for joining us this morning. For people in the UK with loved ones in Afghanistan, the past week has been an anxious wait to find out if they're safe and if they're able to leave the country.
Well, one father from Nottingham has told the BBC how his wife and 3 children went to Kabul last month to visit grandparents, but couldn't get out when the Taliban seized control. Navtej Johal reports.
Right.
Yeah, it's 8:22 almost. Owain is here